Hello everyone, today I'll be talking about the NFL. Raise your hand if you follow the NFL. Alright, for those of you who don't have your hand raised, don't worry. According to a poll put out by the NFL, 40% of Americans do not follow the NFL. To fully understand the NFL, we need to know how football is played, how the league is set up, and the history of the NFL. To start, let's talk about how the game is played. There are 22 players on the field at one time, 11 on each side of the ball. There are two sides of the ball, the offense and the defense. The goal of the offense is to score points. The goal of the defense is to stop the offense from doing so. Each player on the field will fulfill a different role. The wide receiver will attempt to run routes and catch passes from the quarterback. The offensive lineman will attempt to block the defensive lineman. The quarterback will pass the ball, and the running backs will either run the ball, block, or also run routes. The tight end has a job very similar to the wide receiver. It'll run routes, but it'll also block on occasion. Then we move to the defense. We have the cornerback. The cornerback will mostly be guarding the wide receiver and trying to stop them from catching passes. You have your two outside linebackers. They will either blitz, drop into zone coverage, or man up on the tight end. Then you have the middle linebacker. His job is similar to the linebacker. He'll either be blitzing, dropping into zone coverage, or covering the running backs. And then you have the two safeties who will cover the top half of the defense. Now that we know how the game is played, let's talk about how the league is set up. The league is broken up into two conferences, the AFC, the American Football Conference, and the NFC, the National Football Conference. There are 4 divisions in each conference, and each division has 4 teams. We have the NFC North with the Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. Then we have the NFC South with the Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then we have the NFC East with the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the formerly known as Washington Redskins, but currently known as the Washington Commanders. Then we have the NFC West with the Arizona Cardinals, the Los Angeles Rams, formerly known as the St. Louis Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks. Then we have our AFC teams. We have the AFC North with the Baltimore Ravens, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Cleveland Browns, and then my favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we have the AFC South with the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans. Then we have the AFC East with the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and the New York Jets. And finally, we have the AFC West with the Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Oakland Raiders, and the Los Angeles Chargers, formerly known as the San Diego Chargers. Now that we understand how the game is played and how the league is set up, let's talk about the history of the NFL. In 1892, multiple small football leagues are set up, but they struggle to find success. Then in 1920, the American Professional Football Association is created, the first football league that could last over the span of 5 years. Then in 1922, the American Football Association rebrands and becomes the NFL. Then in 1959, the AFL, or American Football League, is created to rival the NFL. After years of the two companies competing, in 1970, the AFL and the NFL merged, creating the league we now know today. Now, with the information you've gained today, hopefully next time you find yourself in a room with an NFL game on, you can understand what's happening and enjoy the game. Thank you all for your time. Have a great day. Call to show the audience. Yeah.